Marcus thought his expungement was a magic eraser. He celebrated, told friends, and even signed up to coach his daughter's Little League team, until the background check stopped him cold. He watched his chance to volunteer stall, because some checks still showed the old incident.
Welcome to Danny's Den. I'm Danny. Let's chat. In the next 10 minutes, I want to give you the real usable picture, what expungement, sealing, and pardons actually do, where they help with custody and volunteering, what they usually won't touch, and quick scripts you can use on a date or in court. Practical, not perfect, so you can take the next steps this week.
So what's the difference? Think of expungement like asking the court to set your record aside. Under many rules, you can truthfully say you weren't convicted. Sealing hides a record from public view. It still exists, but most name-based searches won't show it. A pardon? That's the executive branch saying, we forgive this. It can restore some rights, but it doesn't always delete the entry itself. Here's the practical catch. A record reset is powerful, but it's not invisible. Fingerprint-based checks, law enforcement databases, and some private background services can still surface older entries. Not magic. Powerful. Not magic, right?
So how does this play out in family court? What do judges actually care about? Mostly present safety and stability.
They'll look at the nature of the offense, how long ago it happened, whether you completed required programs, and whether you're consistent now, work, housing, parenting routines. A sealed or expunged record helps by cutting down on the easy headline opponents use. But when child safety is at stake, courts will focus on the facts, not just files. Put another way, sealing reduces stigma and blunt attacks, but it doesn't magically erase relevant facts the court can consider if safety concerns remain.
Community roles bring a different set of rules. Youth leagues, schools, and nonprofits run checks that range from simple name searches to full fingerprint-based checks. So even if a name search comes back clean, a fingerprint search could still show that history.
Stadiums and pro teams sometimes have their own bans or policy-based restrictions that aren't tied to whether a record is sealed. So if you're trying to coach, volunteer, or even buy season tickets after a past incident, expect additional forms and, at times, an appeal or exemption process.
Now, dating. How and when do you tell someone? You don't have to unload everything on the first date, but honesty matters for trust and safety. Here's a short first date line you can adapt. I want to be honest. Years ago, I made a mistake that's on my record. It's been cleared, sealed, and I completed the programs required. I'm happy to talk about it when you're ready.
If the relationship moves forward and you want to be more specific, I value transparency. Here's what I did to move forward. Completed counseling, study work, and letters from people who can vouch for me. Those concrete details move the conversation from shame to evidence of change. If you're talking to a judge or evaluator, keep it short and focused. Try, Your Honor, I accept responsibility for my past. Since then, I completed court-ordered programs, maintained steady employment, and have references attesting to my parenting. My record was sealed, expunged on date, and I asked the court to consider my current stability. Short, accountable, evidence-based. That's what lands. Okay, a simple checklist you can start today. 1. Get a certified copy of your criminal record and the court order showing the sealing or expungement. 2. Check what your state requires. Some places auto-seal, others need a petition filed. 3. Order both a name-based consumer background check and a fingerprint-based, so you know what different systems show. 4. Collect rehabilitation evidence, program completion, employment records, and letters from supervisors or community leaders. 5. Contact low-cost legal aid, law school clinics, or nonprofit expungement clinics if money's tight. Timelines vary, anywhere from a few months to maybe a year, depending on filings and court calendars. A few realistic limits before you go. Private data brokers may keep records longer. Fingerprint checks often reveal more than name searches, and some jobs or licenses require full disclosure, no matter the seal. Also, stadium or team bans can be policy-based and survive an expungement. Plan for those surprises and build a role-by-role approach. If you need help, your state public defender referrals, legal aid clinics, and law school clinics are good starting points. Many courts have self-help centers with forms, and nonprofit expungement clinics sometimes file for free. A short call with a local attorney can save you weeks of guesswork. To pull this together, yes, a record reset can open doors. It can reduce stigma in custody discussions, clean up many background checks, and help you get back to volunteering and community work. But it's not absolute. Check multiple databases, gather documentation, and get help when you need it.
For a soft close today, my music pick is an R&B throwback. Slow groove, calming vibe. Something to help you breathe while you do the paperwork. Music doesn't fix the legal stuff, but it keeps you steady while you do the work.
Thanks for listening to Danny's Den. If you have a specific legal issue and want assistance, send me a direct message or email me at danielle@thelegalassistancecenter.net to book a free 30-minute legal consultation. Drop a comment, share your story if you feel comfortable, and if this helped, you know what to do. Subscribe for weekly conversations on law, love, parenting, sports, and music. Let's chat.